Hey, what's up guys, Mashin here, come back with a brand new video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about everything to do with the major capsules, including why they've been going up, what's been on the move, and more specifically, what everything has to do moving forward. Let's hop on into it after a quick word from our sponsor, SkinsMonkey. The sponsor for today's video is SkinsMonkey. Now, SkinsMonkey is the quickest, easiest, and most importantly, safest way to go ahead and trade your CSGO skins. Now, SkinsMonkey is super easy to use. You just have to take your item, take the item you want, and just go ahead, apply code MASTERSHINY to get your free $5 if it's your first trade, and just click trade. And if you've got no money to spend right now, they've got two ways for you to get some. First is just heading over and topping up. Make sure to use code MASTERSHINY for a free 5% there, and they've also got the freebies section where you can go ahead and enter free raffles that happen every single day. And as always, thank you so much, SkinsMonkey. Make sure you're using the top link in the description to claim your free $5 today. Now, the first thing we need to talk about is RMR. RMR is in a very interesting situation. If you didn't know, RMR has actually become a profitable investment. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's now gotten to the point where each of the capsules is sitting at 28 or 29 cents. But what's even more crazy is the fact that we're seeing these capsules, one being the cheapest on the market, cheaper than Rio, which is very interesting considering obviously Rio is not too old, but two, the fact that the items inside of RMR, specifically in the past week, are up 33%, the worst investment in CSGO pretty much ever, unless you invested at a peak and are looking at a fall. This is probably one of the worst investments ever generally regarded, and it's up 33%, or at least the items inside of it are, in the past just almost a week, not even a week, depending on when you'd grab your points. And sticking on that point of just going over some general capsule increases before we get into the actual reasons why we're seeing increases, Stockholm here. Stockholm has seen some pretty interesting growth. For the most part, the Challengers capsule has stayed relatively stagnant, which is obviously no surprise considering it's at $6. But the one capsule we have seen a huge increase for is that Contenders capsule. Contenders capsule up another 33% in just the past couple days once again. Now, this one's very interesting. We're going to be talking about the data in just a quick minute, but it's not really in a good position. If we want to talk about the longevity of this capsule, it's most likely going to fall back down in price at least a little bit if we don't see that liquidity issue come into play. Obviously, we know Stockholm doesn't have the largest amount of liquidity, so it could be that it sits at this elevated price and just loses a lot of demand moving forward. We're going to be talking about that. To go along with that, the Stockholm Legends capsule has also seen a pretty similar situation. Not that it has the liquidity issue to the extent the Contenders capsule does, but it has also seen a pretty significant around 33% increase once again. And I'm going to go through the next two couple quick, but we've also seen Antwerp as a whole, and specifically that Legends capsule, also going up in price crazy. It's absolutely insane. We've seen Rio capsules as well. Rio capsules potentially doubled at this point. It's absolutely insane. And if you can't get the message, it's pretty clear. Every single capsule is going up in value astronomically quick. And we're going to be talking about why specifically some of them are going up and why this is probably going to be very interesting moving forward. Now, at this point, I can almost guess you're sitting there going, I know the prices are going up. That's why I clicked on the video. It's quite easy to see how every single capsule price is going up. But why? Why are these capsule prices going up? We're going to be going over specifically, in my opinion, the two reasons that I think are contributing to it. Not everything, but they are two reasons why the prices are going up. First one, probably obvious. You probably know it already. There's a lot of interest in this area. CSGO has not received a lot of updates, and we even got a case update, which obviously is important, but the interest is already starting to die off. The movement of these capsules has created a lot of interest in this area, which could probably contribute to a decent amount of FOMO. You're absolutely correct if you're thinking FOMO is playing a very big part of this. It's probably undeniable at this point that major capsules have the spotlight. Not only Rio, not only Antwerp, but even Stockholm and RMR, like we mentioned, are all in the spotlight right now because of how significantly their movements have become in impacting the market. Therefore, I can say there's definitely going to be a decent amount of FOMO impacting it, but I wouldn't say that's the only reason. We're starting to look at the overall market, and you can see cases are up on the rise, and some of these investments, especially talking about Antwerp and other capsules, could potentially begin to look a little bit undervalued, which kind of leads into my second point. Now, we talked about the obvious, but the not so obvious and something that's actually very deceitful that's helping CSGO investors a ton, in my opinion, has to do with this sticker right here. It's the Antwerp It's Cloud9 Hollow, and it's something that's been getting a ton of attention. You go look anywhere, people are really interested in this specific sticker, and it's a very interesting situation because this sticker is something that's a little bit different than what we've seen in the past, and that's because it's a pink tier of rarity. If you didn't know, between Stockholm and Antwerp, Valve went ahead and implemented a brand new change for the major capsules, taking all of the hollows and making them a pink tier rather than the purple tier they were before, making them 5 times harder to get. Now this is very important because that means theoretically these should be 5 times more expensive than what we saw for hollows for Stockholm, but the thing is, on average they're not. Usually they're sitting around similar prices, but I do want to point out one major comparison when we look at Stockholm here. You can see the Furia hollow for Stockholm is about $6.70, and that in total provides 12 cents of value to the capsule. Now let's come over here and let's compare that to the Cloud9 hollow from Antwerp, which is around $30, but only provides 10 cents of value for the capsule. This is something I want to make very apparent. Everyone always hates on me because I talk about ROI so much, saying gamblers and people who open up these things don't care about ROI. You're right, and this is why it matters so much, because which of these looks more desirable? You have a chance to get a $30 sticker that's a hollow, or a chance to get a $6 sticker that's a hollow. But what if I told you that the $30 one you're 5 times less likely to get? It doesn't really matter. You're not going to be caring about that. You're going to be caring about that $30 price point that's a hollow, and the other one is a hollow. This is very important because it brings so many more people to potentially be opening up this capsule, which is going to be very beneficial for investors. Not everyone that comes into CSGO is going to be looking at ROIs, and even in a situation like this where the more expensive item supports a lower ROI, like people have mentioned time and time again, it doesn't matter as much. People are going to constantly prefer that one if they're not caring about the ROI too much. There's so many examples I can give you about this, one of which is the pin capsules in CSGO. Not many people even know the pin capsules exist, but I want to point something out. A lot of these pin capsules have one pin that's very expensive inside of it, and therefore the only reason people are opening them up is to get that one expensive pin. But as you can see here, the ROIs on these are absolutely horrendous. If you looked at the ROI and realized you'd be losing 50% of your money, why would you ever open it? And yet so many people constantly open it. Obviously not a ton because it's a pin capsule. Hopefully that made a little bit more sense for you, but if not, don't worry, I can give you the 30-second rundown. Basically, because we're seeing more expensive items for Antwerp, and specifically because they're a higher rarity, a lot of people could potentially be opening up this capsule, overestimating their odds to get that more expensive item, as a lot of people who open up things do. So it's a lot of things like that coming together and potentially helping out specifically this Antwerp capsule, but most of these capsules in general, people are overestimating their odds to get the good item, and because these things have moved up to a rarity tier, people don't even think about how they have a 3.2% chance to just get a hollow in general. It's not how the mind works, and it's not specifically going to hurt investors, but rather it's helping investors for a significant amount because they're now getting a lot more interest into their area. That's pretty much all I have. This is some very interesting data. Obviously take it whatever way you would like, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day